Hello there, Ward. How are you?
Oh, hi, Jason. I feel
Welcome.
like a new
hmm
beginning, like a new
I do
season.
too. It's like a new season in our lives. Season, almost like a season two of our lives.
Jason, let's be honest, we're both a bit too old to be season two.
I think I'm in season 40 something, but I'm
Yeah, me
not, I
too.
can't remember.
Me neither. You forget after season 32.
Well, it's season two, RuPaul's Drag Race Virgin.
Woohoo!
Who cares? Some
Yes,
people
I.
do.
Some
Some
people do.
people care. Yes.
RuPaul does.
RuPaul cares. But who
hmm
cares about our podcast? Our listeners.
Thank you for listening, tuning in to the
Yes.
second season, and continuing with our de-virgination process or journey.
Yes. Of reviewing all the episodes, even the reunions and the whatever episodes
Special
they show
episodes
on.
or
Yeah, exactly.
Jason, do they ever do a very special episode or anything like that? I
Maybe. I think
wonder.
there might have been a Christmas special before,
Oh,
or
or
more than
like one of
one.
those very very special episodes where I don't know, like for a good like important cause or
Oh no, I've never
HIV
seen
or
that, but maybe.
hmm,
Um, Oh
TBD.
gosh. But also there's RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars, which starts happening during these seasons, like overlapping with RuPaul's Drag Race. But I don't know if we want to do that. Maybe after we do the first 13 seasons.
Oh my God, there are 13 seasons now, Jason.
Yeah.
Okay,
Season 13 just ended. I haven't watched it, so I just see, clips here and there. You probably do too.
right. Yeah, I see it on
Yeah.
my Facebook feeds and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, and people saying things about it like you're supposed to know what it means. Oh, she was so wrong. I'm like, yeah, I bet she was,
I know that bitch.
but I didn't watch it yet, so I'm out of the loop culturally.
Well, let's catch up one episode
Yes.
at a time. Jason,
Okay.
how are you doing this week?
Oh, I'm fine. Just interesting relationship stuff going on. Um, but yeah, I don't know what to say about that. We're me and my boyfriend are looking at the checking in on our relationship. We're doing a check-in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's always good. That's like like I want to say what is the RuPaul equivalent? Is
that's
that like
like,
are you gonna have Merle give you advice and Santino sit in and
oh my God, I wish if they were bilingual, that would be really helpful. If they
yes.
could translate between Japanese and English, so we can say everything we want to say. But yeah,
I don't know. You don't want Santino there. I don't think he gives useful advice, to be honest.
no, he'll probably just sit and stare at us and go, "Well, I think that sounds good." Right? Yeah,
Your
he's the
shoes
most
look shitty.
right, right.
Yeah.
He's lacking in the charisma department, in my opinion. I'm sorry, Santino.
Well, hopefully he picks it up.
Well, we'll see.
We'll
I
see.
doubt it, but maybe. But I'm sure he's a great person. I don't mean offense to him personally, but for TV, not so. I don't think he's that interesting. Yeah.
I feel like he's just being outshone or
Yeah,
whatever
that's
by
true.
I
How do
mean
you
that's
compete? Yeah.
I think he's supposed to be a fashion designer and these are he's
True.
meant to be behind the scenes and not in
That's a good
front of the
point.
screen. Yeah.
That's a good point. Maybe if we knew him better as a fashion designer, or if we had watched his show that he was on before, we would care
hmm
more. But I didn't, so that's why I don't. Maybe that's why I don't get it.
I I don't either, but he has
Yeah.
another 10 episodes or whatever how many ever episodes are in this season to
Yes.
prove us wrong.
Okay, that's the challenge,
hmm
Santino. I hope you're listening so you
You
can
have
go back in the past and meet the challenge.
your marching orders, Santino.
Oh, what about you, Ward? How are you?
I'm good. I as of recording it's June 2021.
Oh, yes, it is. Late
Um,
June.
late June. So I'm in California. I'm in Southern California, and things are open. So,
Mm.
I
Wow.
went to a movie for the first time. I felt really weird.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had
Was oh.
yeah, with people and with in the
Was
theater.
it social distance or they got rid of that too?
I don't remember. I was because I went with friends,
How drunk were you?
so like so like four of us sat in a row, right? But it wasn't that
Oh,
crowded.
but you could sit in a row. So maybe they don't do the social distance now.
I don't think they're doing that. I don't
Hmm.
recall every other seat being blocked out.
Okay.
Um, and I went to a live theater show for the first time
Oh,
in over a
wonderful.
year. Yeah.
What did you see?
Oh, I want to give this show a plug.
Okay.
This show is called Sheepdog. It
Hmm.
is a nationally performed show, and it is about Black Lives Matter, and it is a very personal show with the BLM movement in the background. So I really, really liked it. It made me think, and it made me feel things. So,
Oh,
like a good
good.
play is supposed to.
Is it like a one man or one woman show, or is it like a cast?
It's a cast.
Okay.
It's like a two-person cast with voice actors. So
Oh,
yeah, it was an intense show, and I saw the San Diego production of it at the Chula Vista Playhouse.
oh,
It's called
cool.
On Stage, and I loved it. I was 2020 live theater was completely erased you know from anything that's
I
going on
know. It's
in
so
the United
sad.
States.
Yeah, very sad.
But now it's back, and it was not very popular. It was like
Oh,
one of six people in the theater, because you know how even in the movie theaters people haven't been 100% back yet, and I understand. I
yeah,
don't want to necessarily want a packed theater,
yeah.
um, but things are coming back.
Well, that's good. That's really good. And also, my concert went well. Speaking of live performance, if anyone
Ooh,
listening cared, they probably heard I was doing a concert. And thanks to those of you who came. One of our listeners did come, actually. So thank you,
that's
Taylor.
amazing.
But I also knew him beforehand, but he started listening to our podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a listener. We have him, but also I got a vaccination. Have you gotten a vaccination? You got your vaccination already, right?
I've had mine already. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think in the states we've had our opportunity to get shots before Japan.
Oh, that's good. Well, here Japan is a way behind America, but we're catching up really quickly because the way they're implementing it is pretty effective. They send you a ticket, and then you call the number, reserve your spot, then you go get your first shot. And I did Pfizer. I think we also have Moderna here, but I have my second shot in mid-July. Actually,
Okay.
on my birthday. Oh my God.
Yay.
Yeah. Weird birthday present.
That second shot sucks, but
That's what
it's
I
okay.
heard.
The day
Hmm.
after your birthday is gonna suck, but not your birthday.
Oh, good. I can feel good on my birthday and then feel like shit the next day.
Yeah, for a good cause, and COVID feels worse.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, shall we start talking about the show?
Oh, let's.
Season two. We started with a recap of season one. I think a little bit. They showed
Hmm.
glimpses from season one. And then we met the girls, the season two girls.
Oh, and there were so many of them, Jason. I couldn't keep those
Yes.
names straight.
How many are there? Wait, I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12. Oh,
It's
and
a lot,
one's
right?
from Bedford, where my mom, well, I used to live in Bedford, Texas. Mystique is the big girl, is from Bedford, Texas.
I will say, so I really liked Mystique.
Yeah.
And I will say that overall, I mean, there were so many girls. I feel like there was way more girls this season than last season, right?
It definitely feels that way. Is it maybe there were 8 or 9 last time?
Yeah, it feels like there were eight
Yeah.
or nine last time.
But yeah, I
But
agree. I think they brought more this time.
like overall, I feel like the feel is that it's a pretty diverse group.
That's true. It is very diverse. We have, okay, Tyra Sanchez. Um, we have who is really beautiful, I think. We have
Hmm.
Raven. We have Jujubee. We have Tatianna, Pandora Boxx, Jessica Wilde, Sahara Davenport, Morgan McMichaels, Sonique, and I thought that name was already used by a famous singer. Anyway, Mystique Summers Madison, Nicole Paige Brooks, and Shangela Laquifa. What?
Wow.
Laquifa.
Do you think okay, so Shangela not only gave herself a first name in drag,
Mhm.
she gave herself like a middle name
Yes, with
and
I
a last
think a
name.
little humor there. Yes, Shangela Laquifa Wadley. Wadley.
Okay, Shangela is definitely a very personable performer.
Oh, she is very personable, but she looked like, well, she looked like what she revealed soon after she appeared. She really just started.
Hmm.
Only
And I
five
feel like
months. Yeah.
and I feel like in the late 90s and maybe early 2000s, I felt like there were more like Laquifas in the like that was a thing.
Yeah, yeah. You mean her style?
No, no, just um like Queen Latifah was in the
Uh,
like in the s- in the common.
oh, true, true. There were a lot of names like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
had a friend named Latoya. There were a lot of those law names.
mm-hmm.
Um, but I thought Laquifa, she was going for like queefing.
There was
I
also a lot of queefing back in the 90s and early
yeah,
2000s. I do.
and I hear it's still going on these days.
I don't know. I queefed more back in the 90s.
Oh, I bet you did.
I'm telling you, that was the golden age of queefing.
Oh my God. Okay, so the I ran through the list really fast, but let's see how about we talk about reactions to them. So we talked about Shangela a little.
Hmm.
Um, what about Nicole Paige Brooks? She's from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
She's the one, I guess she calls herself like a Southern Belle.
I don't know what that means.
I don't exactly. I when I hear that, I think like classy Southern racist.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble. No,
Yeah.
I know
No,
what you
no,
mean.
you know, what I mean. Not
Like,
racist necessarily. No.
well, okay, wasn't Gone in the Wind a little problematic? That
Yeah,
more than
I've
more than a little problematic.
yes, it. I've heard that, but I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
No, because by the time I was growing up, it was already deemed
Oh,
problematic.
oh, I see. But still gets a lot of cultural references to this day.
Hmm.
Um,
Um, yeah, I don't know what that means either. I think, well, my spouse is from the South, and I, I don't think he has anyone in his family that's a true Southern belle.
okay, okay. I don't think I do either, but we have some friends who I might qualify as that. Just real fancy, fashionable, Southern ladies is what I usually think. Um,
Okay,
but but Nicole,
I
she seems
don't.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
see her as a fashionable
me
Southern
either. She's just
lady.
wearing a simple, like,
Yeah,
simple short dress. Yeah.
she looked okay.
Okay. How about Mystique? Oh, you said you liked Mystique from Bedford, where I used to live, Bedford, Texas. Mystique Summers Madison.
Oh, everyone loves Mystique. Come on. What's
Oh
not to
yeah.
love about Mystique? She's personable.
Yeah, but she
Um,
seems a little insecure, I think.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, makes that relatable.
That's true. That's true. But when I saw her, I thought, oh yeah, she looks good, and I'm happy we have someone who has a larger body on.
Hmm.
Um, but I think it was in her in person as a male interviews, out of drag interview. I was like, I don't know. She seems kind of like I'm getting some insecurity vibes or
Oh,
something. I don't know.
okay. I think you nailed it. I think in the outer drag, her personality was not as shining as her in drag personality.
Yeah, yeah. And I could be wrong on what it is, but something.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. How about Sonique? Wait, which one's Sonique? I have to look at the
Yeah,
picture.
me
Like,
too.
who
I'm
is
like
that?
forgettable. So we'll move on.
Ah, well, who
I
is that? I don't know. Yeah,
Sonique. Yeah,
I'm okay with moving on.
Sonique was also there.
She was there from Atlanta,
Hmm.
Georgia. And then there's Morgan McMichaels from Miraloma, California.
Uh, I
Well, mhm.
I don't know what to make of. I feel like okay. Um, I feel like Morgan McMichaels is the prototypical drag queen.
Oh, I agree. That is such a good point. Morgan McMichaels reminds me of the kinds of drag queens I saw in like Tucson, Arizona when I was not teenager, like when I was in my 20s. At our drag club, it was like a local kind of drag queen with a rather masculine face in fabulous drag, but you can't shake the I don't know, the to me, the face still looks rather masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she is famous now still. She's one of those who went on and kept on working and stuff.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, yeah.
And Mira Loma, California. I was like, wait a minute. I was complaining that, hey, look, there aren't that many West Coast. There's not that much West Coast representation.
Yeah.
And then there's Mira Loma, and I was like, where is Mira Loma? And Mira Loma is not anywhere I've
Oh.
ever lived in or like even driven through. I was like, oh, okay, Riverside County, interesting.
Yeah, it's actually close to you, kind of.
Oh no, I mean, it
It's
is and
not
it
close.
isn't. I mean, it's like as
Oh.
close as, gosh, like Fresno was to San Francisco.
Oh, that's not close. But if you
No,
look
it
at the
isn't.
map, I'm looking at the map of Miraloma. This is so interesting to our listeners, I'm sure. But it's in the southern part of California, which is almost to Mexico, but I guess it's further than it looks.
Yeah, SoCal is a big place. So okay, I was
Okay.
like, okay, there is California representation, but not. Still, I haven't seen the part of California where I'm from, where you lived, where we
Yeah.
met, the Bay
San
Area in San
Francisco.
Francisco.
Yeah, Bay Area. Yeah. Yeah, not yet. But we will.
Okay, well, not this
Wait,
season, but
Angina. What wasn't she from San
she's from
Francisco?
LA.
No,
Or was
I thought
she?
she was from San Francisco.
Oh, okay, maybe season one. Okay,
Well, she said she was from the Bay Area or something, I thought.
okay,
Okay,
I may be mistaken.
maybe. You ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Sahara Davenport. We saw
Wasn't there
her.
already a Sahara last season?
Oh, we need to bring up, hold on, season one.
It was BB Sahara.
Oh, you're right. Certain names just really ring true with drag queens, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Certain names.
yeah, it's a vast desert, so there's probably
Yes.
room for two drag queens in that entire desert.
Oh. Angina, you're right. Los Angeles. Oops. Yep, you're right. I checked her. Okay. And so Sahara, I think she looked okay, but not really that exciting.
Yeah, again, first season, I felt like, okay, for second season, episode one, every queen gets so little like stage time or, screen time
Hmm.
that I feel like very few people really, really stood out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so
Yeah.
early. I'm not vested in these people yet, and oh my god, oh my god,
Oh,
I
yes.
looked on their Wikipedia page for Sahara, and I was like, wait a minute, the third line is personal life and death. Dun dun dun.
Oh, I just noticed that too. And I just realized now we need to keep that in mind when we say anything about her because she's dead
Oh, may she
at
rest in peace.
27. What? Oh no. Davenport died of heart failure.
Hmm.
She had used designer drugs such as ketamine and how her drag mother had to help her out of her addiction. Oh, I didn't know she had an addiction.
Yeah. Well, may she rest in peace.
Yeah, may she rest in peace.
Okay. Well,
Okay, well,
we'll
yeah.
move on to the next one. Next one.
Yeah, let's not talk more about her for now. Okay, Jessica Wilde
Jessica.
from San Puerto Rico.
I liked her accent.
Yeah, I thought she was. Oh yeah, good accent, definitely. Um, she looked fine to me.
Hmm.
I don't know. She's fine. Um, yeah, I don't
Again,
know.
it's just so hard. Like season two, episode one. I didn't get to see that much of Jessica, to be fair, to
Yeah,
make an
yeah, same.
informed. Yeah, so I was like, I'll just move on. I
Yeah,
just
okay.
I just know the next one, Pandora Boxx. I've heard of her
Yes.
outside the context of this season, so I know that she is still out there doing stuff.
Yes, she is. And she is one of the more, yeah, she's one of the more famous people from this show, who's done a lot of stuff with Drag Race and outside of Drag Race. I think she might have even done RuPaul's, I'm sorry, Peaches show?
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
So Peaches, for our listeners who are not drag West Coast drag people, is a producer slash drag performer in San Francisco.
Oh yes, yes. And I have worked with Peaches in those shows before, like with Sharon Needles, another drag race drag queen, and other people.
Oh, what show
And
did you do with Peaches?
oh, we did Wizard of Oz, which was a parody of Wizard of Oz.
Hmm.
We did Rocky Horror Picture Show, which was Rocky
Oh,
Horror
that's
Picture
right.
Show. Yes. So I've done a couple shows with her.
Those are all, so the cabarets that Peaches produces. They're all really really lovely, and
Yeah.
you,
Oh,
you
funny.
yeah, it's a definitely in person experience that you don't get anywhere else.
Yes, and Ward and I saw Grey Gardens together, maybe
Oh my
others,
god! Oh
but I'll
my
never
god!
forget that one. That
That
was
was a
with a
master.
drag queen too,
That was a
Jinx Monsoon.
masterpiece.
Yes, it was. That was with Jinx Monsoon,
That's right.
who
A
is a RuPaul
later
drag.
drag
Yeah,
race competitor, from what I hear.
yeah, that's what I hear too. But Pandora Box from season two, the one we're watching now,
Hmm.
she was in a Peaches Grace production called Drop Dead Gorgeous. I guess it was Death Drop Gorgeous. But they did like a parody like they love to do. Yeah.
Good for
Okay.
her.
Yeah. But Pandora, I love her quirky personality when she came in the room. And I could tell this is an unusual queen, someone with a different outlook on life than what I usually see.
Right?
Yeah. Um okay, Tatiana. No, I have to think about that one too. Oh, I remember the really pretty girly one, Tatiana.
That's all I can remember from her too. Just she was really pretty.
Yeah, she's really pretty. Like She looks like she'd be pretty with or without makeup. It's just her face and her body looks great. You know, depending on what you like, but for many magazine cover girls, she kind of fits that kind of beauty. Kind of like Rebecca Glasscock did.
I didn't get the bitchy vibe that Rebecca gave, but
Oh yeah, that's true.
we shall see. Like this was again, we saw like minutes of Tatianna, and that was it.
Yes, we shall see. I mean, she's coming from Falls Church, Virginia, and you know you don't mess with a Virginia girl.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Name another Virginia girl if you can. Don't mess with
The famous Mary
Mary.
from Virginia.
Yeah, Mary.
Oh, she'll get you.
Oh God, Bloody Mary. That named the drink after her. I mean,
She's from Virginia.
that's right. Okay, so we
Okay.
know nothing about Virginia,
No, we really don't.
but I have a feeling we will learn more because Tatianna. I mean, I'm hopefully as more girls get eliminated,
Yeah.
there's more space to. I don't know, just let them at least let them shine through.
True, because in the first episode, it's so hard to give anyone really much space because there's so many of them. Yeah. How about Jujubee? Do you remember Jujubee?
I do. She is the sole Asian American contestant
Yes,
in
she
season
is.
2. So I was like, okay, well, there's some representation.
Yes, definitely. And she's also, I thought, kind of funny from what I saw so far, and looks good. So I
Hmm.
think she has potential. And
Yes.
oh, I also happen to know she's still famous too. You may know that too. She gets around.
So I've heard the name Jujubee before, but that was it.
Okay, okay.
I don't know what else she has been in. I'm sure she's been in like commercials and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Some people disappear, but she's not one who disappeared.
Oh, good for her.
She's
Again,
not like a Jade who turned into her boy self on Instagram, who we really want to talk to on the show, who didn't respond to Ward's message yet.
Jade, there is still time. We want to hear your story
Yeah, don't throw the
from
shade,
you.
Jade.
Or do throw the shade, but we want to hear
Yeah,
your side of
but
the
do it
shade.
on our show, please.
Yes.
And side note, I also tried a couple queens, BB Sahara. No, that's a different name. BB Sahara
Yes.
and Tammy Brown. No response.
Oh, Tammy Faye. Oh, yeah.
I did it from my verified Twitter, so I thought, oh, I have a chance. I have a lot of followers. I'm verified. Nothing.
Well, give them time. Maybe you know how like if you go to a drag race, it never starts on time. Maybe
Yeah,
they're just taking their time.
true. Or maybe we need to go to their managers, but then I think we have to pay money. So yeah.
Oh
Anyway,
well, yeah, not gonna happen. But
yeah.
this ain't drag race. We can't give out a lifetime support or a lifetime supply of what was it? What was the
Mac Cosmetics.
Mac Cosmetics?
We can give them a lifetime supply of something.
Uh, you know what? Safeway Vaseline. I will give you. I will buy you.
One jar every 6 months.
If you're using more than that, well, good for you. But I ain't buying it.
Okay, and then we have Raven.
Hmm.
Raven was memorable for sure. I liked her look, kind of like bad girl
Oh
ish.
yeah. Well, see, okay, Raven out of drag looks like a bad boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. It matches. It's a perfect match.
Yeah.
They're like the
Again,
yeah.
from the great county of Riverside, California.
You know it.
Hmm.
Nearish.
Nearest
But
to
but
my
not
county.
yeah.
It's pretty far.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
It's
Okay, yeah. That's kind of like Los Angeles, right? Riverside is close to Los Angeles.
yeah, it's like east of LA,
Okay.
northeast of San Diego.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And then we have Tyra Sanchez.
Tyra. Well, again, I feel like not a lot of time was given to Tyra.
True, true. But that's okay because she looked stunning. I I really like I think she looked perhaps the best of them all. If I quickly glimpse through this list, I think she might have been the best, yeah, for me, in appearance.
See, look wise, I don't know, there were quite a few girls who looked really good. So I
Hmm.
get all the good looking girls, like the
Yeah,
traditionally good looking girls, confused.
right, right.
And
Oh,
then
I know.
I remember the unique ones, and I'm like, oh well, like Jujubee, you remember because she of her ethnicity it stands
Yeah,
out,
yeah, that's true.
and then like Mystique stands out because
She's
body
bigger.
type she's a big girl, and
Hmm.
she's a little bit different. And then Shangela, just because she's doing her own thing,
Yeah, she is
that I remember.
definitely.
Yeah.
And and we mentioned Shangela did other stuff later, right? I believe she was in Born This Way, the Lady Gaga movie.
Oh well, I saw Shangela in a Netflix TV show that's like a
Hmm.
RuPaul Drag Race spin-off where they go to different small towns and put on a drag show in that small town, and they get local talent to come in. And
Oh, she was on that.
yes, there were like 3 episodes in, and then COVID hit and they had to cancel the show.
Oh, okay. Oh, you might have mentioned that to me before.
Hmm.
But
She's
oh,
a good
and
performer.
yeah, and I'm sorry I messed up. The movie is A Star Is Born, not Born This Way. But the famous movie A Star Is Born, it was like a huge hit. Well, she had like a pretty quick role, but she was the drag MC in the drag bar.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Oh,
big credit.
I feel like one other queen was in it too, like Alaska Thunderfucker. Someone was in it.
Oh, was she? I don't remember, but probably.
Willem or someone
Was
was
it
in it.
Balloon? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I bet she had other because they were in a drag queen bar, so of course they probably picked some well-known drag queens too, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's the cast. Um, it looks like a pretty interesting cast because there's variety.
Yeah, there is definitely variety, and I feel like this season was the girls are a little bitchier to start off with.
Oh, you think so? Yeah, you're right.
They're
Actually, a
definitely
little bit
punchy.
more. Do you think that has to do with a larger group dynamic? Or
Yes, I
maybe,
do. Well, I also feel like first season was like they started off with like Pork Chop and Tammy Faye Brown. Like these are pretty eclectic. Like little black box theater queens.
yeah, 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 yeah. Um, I think you're right. And but we have people from all over the country too, and maybe small towns and big cities all mixed together. And then some people knew each other. I thought that was weird. Like at Shangela and what's her name? Sahara,
Hmm.
Sahara Davenport knew each other from college, and they seemed like great friends. But who knows how great friends they really were? But we should probably continue.
Yes. Oh,
Um,
do you want to talk about the first challenge?
yes. What was it?
It was a Gone with the Wind photo shoot.
Oh yes, I remember that. Where they had to race for the curtains they wanted to make their dress.
No, no, no. That was the main stage challenge.
Oh,
The
sorry.
first challenge was where they posed for a Gone with the Wind themed, where they sat on a cannon with two
Oh, right, right. I
shirtless
remember.
guys who are, I suppose, Civil War soldiers.
Yeah, I was trying to get what the heck they were doing with that. Like, wait a minute, is this racist? I don't know. Did you did
I
you
thought that was
wonder?
an odd theme.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, Civil War, black soldiers, Gone with the Wind, which we already said is problematic. So What?
I I think 12 years ago they didn't. Actually, it was problematic 12 years ago. It was problematic 200 years ago.
Right,
But
right, right.
um, but I think it was. I don't know. They just didn't think about these things that hard.
I guess not. I guess not. But anyway, they sat on the cannon. Yes, I remember
Mhm.
now. And they put the big cannon between their legs, and then they got blown really hard.
Yes, and
Hmm. Sounds fun to me.
it it sounds fun to me, except except that fan was on way too high.
I agree. Why the heck was that fan on so freaking hard?
Okay, Jason, if you were at a photo shoot and your eyelashes started flying off and started catching that weird wind thing, or started
Yes,
catching lift,
right? I'd be like, I think we need to turn the fucking fan down.
wouldn't that be the photographer's job to be like, okay, wait a minute,
Yes, yes, I totally
right?
agree. I think it was the fan was either too hard or too close. Either way, it was too strong against our faces. Like no one could really handle that.
So I was like, wait a minute, what is the photographer doing? That I don't think the photographer came off as professional as he could have been.
I agree. And the photos that they decided on, I'm like, hold on. I saw a better frame in the video that I would have chosen over the frame you chose for your photo. Why did, but it's a reality show, so who knows
Right.
why they did what. But I personally did not agree with even the frames that they chose. I'm like, that doesn't work. That wasn't the best.
Some of them were just surviving the wind. Honestly, they all looked miserable.
Yes,
They
yes.
they all looked like they couldn't open their eyes because the wind was just drying their eyes out.
Yeah, that was insane. The eyelashes catching lift is that what
It
it
was just
calls when they flutter?
yeah, or like like when an airplane catches enough wind to take off. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, yeah. They were almost there.
Yeah,
But
so I was not a fan of that challenge.
yeah, but wait, what's her name? Ah, Raven won. Raven won. Yeah. So she won, and I liked her picture, but to be fair, I didn't agree with the pictures chosen. So, but whatever. Of the pictures they chose, I did like hers.
I did like some of the pictures, but I felt like that was not a great challenge. I mean, the setting was problematic. Gone with
Yes.
the Wind was not a good theme. I mean, come on.
No,
And
no.
then just blasting them in the face with wind was just it just felt like that was physical hazing.
I know, right? That's
Yeah.
what made it a challenge, I guess, but maybe a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so then, okay, then what? Then they picked the curtains, or
Oh,
had they
that's right. The
already
main
picked the
stage
curtains?
challenge was they had to pick a curtain and make it into their dress.
Yes, and that had some interesting results.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's a tough challenge, although
It is
fair, I feel like.
fair because everyone at this point probably knows what they're getting into if they saw season one. I don't know
Right.
if these people had, but if they had seen season one, they would know that there is a sewing challenge, or there sometimes is a sewing challenge.
And to be honest, like the curtain was kind of just a I mean it's like a one piece had to be incorporated, but you could add other pieces.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Like Sahara Davenport did. But
Hmm.
we can talk about that in a second.
Someone put a
But
lampshade on her head or something like basket
oh
on her head.
Lord, that was the
So
one. I was gonna talk about that first because she did such a poor job on her dress. I can't blame her because maybe she can't sew. I mean, I can't sew, so what can but
yeah,
I mean it was just no, no, no.
which one are you talking about?
This is wait, gotta check the name. My girl from Bedford,
Yes,
um, Mystique. Mystique.
Mystique.
Yeah,
I believe RuPaul called her dress raggedy.
she did, and she didn't just say it in the comments. She later said it straight to her face.
That's right. You're raggedy, and you have a basket of vegetables on your head.
And she had to hold it the whole time. It wasn't part of the dress. She was
Right.
holding it on her head.
I kind of liked it because I felt like it gave it a little something extra.
It did. Oh, without that. it may have been really horrible. Yeah.
Without that, it would have just been a raggedy dress with made of
Yes.
curtains.
Yes. It looks like she just wrapped the curtain around her, unfortunately, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
tied it.
Well, she tried it. She tried. She cut off
Tied.
the front, so she was. It was kind of short up front. So,
Yeah. But she did a split on her performance, and that got her, let her be safe. Sorry if
hmm
I'm jumping too far ahead there.
oh no,
But
yeah, no.
yeah.
I liked her performance. Again, it's something I remembered, and out of oh gosh, how many contestants?
13?
12,
13.
13. I just don't remember that many performances.
Well, yeah, it was really short. It was really short for all of them. So if you blinked, you would have missed it.
Like all
um,
the safe girls, I don't remember any of their performances.
yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I remember all of them either, but I remember their outfits, I think at least. Um, Tyra, I thought Tyra should have won. I thought she looked the best.
I thought Tyra looked really good. That's what I
Yeah,
wrote down. Tyra looks good.
she looked like a
Um,
model. You found your notes?
I did find my notes.
Oh, okay.
That's I just wrote down Tyra Mystique did a splits, and
Yep.
Tyra looks good.
Oh yeah, yeah. She looks amazing. She looks like a freaking supermodel to me. I'm like, how does she do that? And she just has it poise, grace. I don't know. She has that sense of self-worth just booming out, confidence. Yeah.
She does, but that's not what they were looking for.
No, they were looking for whatever. Who was that? Oh shit. Is it
Kathy
more?
Griffin was
Oh yeah, Kathy Griffin was the judge. Yeah, I was happy to see that.
that I loved. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was funny too,
hmm
of course. And the other, was there another guest judge? No, that was Mike Reeves, the photographer.
Right.
Um, oh yeah, that was cool. Kathy Griffin. I'm a fan, so I like to see her.
So I just wrote down Tyra looks good and Mystique did splits, and that's all I remember. Oh, and
Okay.
then that basket of vegetables on Mystique's head. That's all I remember. Because nobody got really screen time. They just got like a few seconds,
That's
and that
true.
was it.
Okay, you're right. But Morgan McMichaels actually won, and she was wearing,
hmm
I don't think it was the winning outfit. It was cool, it was fine, but it was not to me, well, it wasn't my taste. It's not my taste. That's all I can say. What did you think of it? Do you remember it? You don't remember it. Okay.
I
It was like,
remember, yeah, I remember something kind of short, and I don't know. I thought she looked fine. I
mm,
thought Tyra looked better,
yeah, me too. Me too. Um,
but I don't feel that strongly about that particular challenge.
okay, okay. Well, maybe we should talk about the losers then.
Yes,
Or
that was a more
the
interesting
yeah,
challenge, like the lip sync for your life thing.
yeah.
So I was surprised to find Shangela and Sahara
Yes. Well,
because I thought they looked fine.
I thought Sahara looked fine, but a little bit boring. It was not it was not as draggy. I think one of the judges made that comment and I agreed. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of dull.
Okay,
It
that
was
was a fair
not
criticism,
bad.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah. But Shangela, on the other hand, I did not like that dress. It looked too big on her. It just I don't think it fit right.
yeah, it was a little baggy. It was not form
hmm
fitting.
And Corn, unfortunately, I don't know if Corn is ever the best choice for drag.
She should not have shucked that corn. What was she thinking? Like the corn had all the dramatic effects when it has that all those tassels and things. She
Yeah.
shucked that corn, so now it's just a corn on a cob.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's amazing for
Um,
barbecues and eating, but not great.
yeah, I was not a big fan of that. I wasn't surprised those two were in the bottom, but there are a couple others who could have been as well. But it didn't shock me that they were in the bottom. But unfortunately, they were friends, and so now they had to go against each
Right.
other. Yeah.
And they were
So,
amazing dancers, I will say. Like they
oh,
were
they're.
good dancers.
I agree. I think Sahara looks like she's a trained dancer, actually, because those are not
Yeah.
average dance moves. Those are like that's like trained dance, I think.
both of them knew how to move and they looked good.
Mhm.
And I felt bad. I was like, oh man, like they picked two fairly good performers to go out on the first round.
Yeah, yeah. And they both did a great job. They both tried to outshine each other and let each other shine. I think they did a good job. They really tried.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you feel, Shangela went home.
I feel bad. I felt like they cut someone who was a pretty good performer.
Yeah, and a very bright personality. I think her personality is really a strong factor for her.
But like RuPaul says, you'll be back or something to that effect.
That's right.
We
And
haven't heard the last of Shangela.
we sure haven't. But not to give any spoilers. Maybe we should wrap up.
Yes. So,
Sorry.
how many corns on the cob would you give this episode?
I'd give this episode 6 coins on the cob. How about you?
Yeah, I was gonna say 6 or 7. I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like this is a strong cast. I'm optimistic about it.
Yeah.
It's 12, 13 people is too many people to fit into a show.
Yeah. We need more time we need more drama, but we can't have a lot of drama or interesting story at this point.
I mean, they can stir up drama, but we're not invested in any of these people yet, so it's not going to
That's
be,
true.
it's not going to be great drama until we are.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so do you have anything you want to plug, Ward? And what wine are you drinking? We didn't even talk about that.
Oh, today I had some Yosemite herbal green tea.
Oh, that's not wine.
It isn't, because it was just refreshing. And if you're ever in Yosemite Valley, they sell these like herbal packets of just mint tea, and it's really refreshing.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
That's what I'm going to plug. Mint tea.
Okay, I'll try it next time in America. And for me, I don't know. Okay, I just want to plug my personal YouTube. Come subscribe to my YouTube if you want to hear me sing. And if you want to hear me talk about bullshit, just whatever. My YouTube is Jason Broccoli, one word, Jason Broccoli. So please subscribe. And also, don't forget, the RuPaul's Drag Race has a YouTube. RuPaul's Drag Race Virgins has a YouTube channel and a Twitter and a Facebook. So like us and follow us, and review us on
Yes, please.
iTunes or whatever. Yeah.
So until next
we have
time,
2
Jason.
reviews, 5-star reviews
Ooh.
on. I know. Okay. Okay.
Please
Well. Yeah.
I was gonna say, please keep them coming.
Yeah.
Good or bad, we like to hear from you.
Yeah, we would.
We're used to shade.
Yes, and send dick pics however you can.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I guess we should wrap up then.
Yeah, until next time, audience members.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
You can take